This morning, the homeless crisis in Central Florida putting some families in some very tough places for the holidays.
Fox 35's Danielle Knox found a family in Apopka forced to live out of their pickup truck, and she's live in studio with the latest on this. Danielle.
Good morning, guys. You see that pickup truck here behind me, and a family is leaning on their faith this holiday season and really every day. It's been a really rough road for a mother and her 7 children and nephews, all living, that's right, living in that one vehicle. Homelessness in plain sight. I went out to meet with her at her car, and she says she's optimistic about her future, though things are very difficult in the present.
The hustle and bustle of a weekday morning, people with places to be. But unless you look closely, you might not even notice the old pickup truck parked in the dirt underneath some shade trees. Shade that hides a glaring fact. The occupants are homeless.
I lost my place due to the fact of the inflation being so high. I wasn't able to keep up with the rent.
So 47-year-old Sanella Perdue has lived in this truck since May with her 7 children and nephews and 2 small dogs, all of them sleeping in this tight space every single night. Sanella's swollen legs, a physical reminder of the cramped conditions.
It's horrible. I mean, I wake up in aches and pain. My kids wake up from here to go to the store to get dressed and go to school, and it's bad.
The kids range in age from 11 to 17. We're blurring their faces to preserve their dignity. They get ready for school by washing up at a nearby convenience store, eating what they can, and studying where they can. It is not easy.
They don't like it. They cry. Emotionally, I can't break down. I have to keep going. So I keep God first, and I have to give it prayer every day.
But many of the days of Sanella's life have not been easy. Born in Sanford, she was a normal teenager until a traumatic event at age 19 altered her life forever. She went on disability and was making it okay, she says, until another traumatic event, the brutal murder of her 16-year-old son in 2016.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to talk about this here. I just deal with it just amongst me and my kids.
She says she went into a spiral after her son's murder, and it still haunts her today.
But I get weak sometimes, so even a strong needs somebody.
Sanella collects disability and picks up scrap metal for money. She says DCF has been out to her location and the children's schools as well, who say the children come to school well dressed and clean. However, she says DCF has not offered assistance because technically they do have a roof over their heads, their car, and they've acknowledged Sanella is taking good care of the children. But Sanella is hoping to find a permanent roof for her family, not the roof of a car, but an apartment or a transitional housing situation. She says that would be a first step towards living a more normal life.
Do you feel that you will get out of this situation?
Yes, I do. I do, one day. I'm just praying for a sooner day.
According to the National Alliance to End Homelessness, there are more than 31,000 homeless people on our streets on any given night. State agencies and private organizations are overwhelmed. Sanella says because of the size of her family, shelters can't accommodate them all long term. But sometimes, to escape the cramped truck, she gathers enough money for the occasional hotel stay, giving them heat and air conditioning, a bed, a shower, and a sense of normalcy, if only for one night.
For people who are going to be watching this story, Candy, what do you want them to know? What would you say to them?
No matter what, never give up, because there's a God in you that stands strong, and He will make everything possible. Keep praying for me. Pray for me for a better day.
Oh, and so we want to add here that we did reach out to DCF last week regarding Sanella's case and have not heard back. Sanella, though, says that her biggest hope, as you heard there in the piece, guys, is to find permanent housing. Unfortunately, that has not happened yet. And, you know, it's cold out here and her resources are very, very limited. And what's also unfortunate is her story mimics hundreds of stories that we see out on our streets. But again, you know, she's looking for some help, right? And so hopefully somebody will be able to reach out and help this lady who's really doing the very best she can under some just incredibly difficult circumstances.
And those kids going to school, and it just shows you don't know someone's situation.
Absolutely.
Because you have no idea what they've been through.
But they do know, the school knows the kids are homeless, but they come to school clean.
Yeah.
They're doing their work. They're good students. And so she's doing an incredible job, given the circumstances that she's under right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the children, too. So can you imagine how hard that must be for them to even be able to do homework, right? There's nowhere even to sit down and have a quiet
they sit down outside of that truck and they do their homework. So again, you just never know what somebody is going through, but we hope that somebody will lend some help to this incredible
Tough look,
family.
but an important one for sure. Danielle, thanks.